Hello guys, today we are going to explore one of the world's largest cigarette factory. But have you ever wondered what goes on behind the towering walls of a cigarette factory? Well, today, we're unlocking the doors to one of the largest cigarette factories on the planet. Let's uncover the mystery of how these little sticks are made and why they've captivated millions around the world. The story begins thousands of years ago, deep in the jungles of Central America. The Maya and Aztec people discovered something magical about the tobacco plant. They used its leaves in their rituals and daily life. Our journey begins in the rolling fields of North Carolina, a place where tobacco has been grown for generations. Imagine rows upon rows of tiny greenhouses, each filled with trays of soil. Skilled workers move with precision, filling these trays and planting tiny seeds with the help of automatic machines. These seeds, smaller than a grain of sand, hold the potential to become the key ingredient in cigarettes. After about 7 weeks in this nurturing environment, the seedlings are strong enough to be transplanted into the fields. Here, under the watchful eyes of farmers, they'll grow tall, stretching toward the sky like children reaching for the sun. As the plants mature, they begin to flower in July, signaling that they're ready for a critical step. Farmers bring out their cutting machines to trim the tops of the plants. Why? This helps the plant concentrate its nutrients in the leaves, making them richer in the qualities needed for cigarette production. Harvesting tobacco is an art in itself. A special digging machine digs deep into the earth, lifting entire plants and placing them into bins on trucks. This is no small feat, it's a race against time to ensure that the leaves are handled with care. Once the trucks are loaded, they head to the drying warehouse, where the real magic begins. The leaves are laid out on a conveyor belt, moving slowly toward a giant container. Here, they'll undergo a drying process that can take anywhere from 5 to 8 weeks. During this time, wood is burnt beneath the floor, gently heating the room to dry the leaves to perfection. This slow and steady process is essential to preserving the flavor and quality of the tobacco. Once dried, the leaves are transferred to a pressing machine that compresses them into neat, square bundles. These bundles are then sent to the processing plant, where the journey continues. The first step in this high-tech facility is sorting the leaves based on size, type, and quality. If the leaves are too dry, they're lightly steamed or moistened to make them pliable. Then, they're passed through a stripping machine, which separates the leaves from the stalks, leaving behind only the best parts of the tobacco. With the leaves stripped and sorted, it's time to blend them. This is where the art of cigarette making truly comes alive. Different types of tobacco are mixed together to create the signature flavors that smokers have come to expect. Once blended, the tobacco is cut into small pieces, ready to be rolled into cigarettes. Now, let's step into the heart of the factory, the cigarette manufacturing machine. This marvel of engineering can produce up to 20,000 cigarettes per minute. Yes, you read that right, 20,000 per minute. The process begins by creating a long rod of tobacco. A roll of paper, stretching up to 7,000 meters, is laid out, and a line of tobacco is placed on top. The paper is then wrapped around the tobacco, forming a continuous rod. This rod is cut into shorter lengths, and filters are attached to both ends, creating the familiar shape of a cigarette. Finally, the filters are connected with tipping paper, a special type of paper that wraps around the filter end of the cigarette, giving it a finished look. But the journey doesn't end here. Each cigarette is carefully inspected for quality at every step of the process. Once they pass the test, the cigarettes are arranged into small groups and wrapped in foil to keep them fresh. The packs are then assembled, wrapped in protective film, and packaged into cartons for transportation. But before you go, here's a thought to ponder. While the process is fascinating, the health risks associated with smoking are very real. As we've seen, cigarettes have a long and complex history, but in today's world, we're more aware than ever of the importance of making informed choices. If you enjoyed the journey and want to explore more incredible stories, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. And of course, subscribe to Factory Explored for more amazing discoveries.